Let's take a look at the two options we have to consider. First, we have the standard edition for $50, and we also have the deluxe edition for $70. Of course, we have that $20 price difference, but what exactly are we getting for that $20? Well, the most notable thing is that the premium version is going to include both current DLC packs, which is Home Invasion and Dark Waters. The Home Invasion DLC is going to include 3 missions. The first is Dorms, which is an old rundown apartment complex. This mission includes a lot of tight corners and rooms, perfect for those of you that like CQB style gameplay. Next, we have Narcos, where you find yourself in the middle of a classic Los Angeles style neighborhood right at sunset, and you are tasked with clearing various houses while searching for an FBI agent. Finally, we have Lawmaker, which takes place in a high-end luxury mansion in the hills where you must make your way inside to rescue a family taken hostage by a group of extremists. Between all 3 of these missions, you'll realistically get around 45 minutes to an hour worth of gameplay if you never replay or fail any of these missions. However, in my opinion, these missions do offer great replay value and are actually really fun and really well made. My personal favorite is probably Lawmaker, and doing this mission solo and as stealthy as possible is actually really fun. If I had to rank the 3 missions in the Home Invasion DLC, I would say Lawmaker, Narcos, then Dorms. Alright, let's take a look at the other DLC pack, and that is the Dark Waters pack. This will also include 3 missions, just like the Home Invasion pack, but this time, the main theme of this pack has to do with water. This is also the first time we get to utilize a helicopter as support to help us locate suspects and get additional intel during the mission. Taking a look at the 3 missions we're gonna get, the first is called Mirage at Sea. This mission deploys us onto a high-end luxury yacht floating right off the coast of Los Angeles. Fun little Easter egg, if you look in the background, you can even see the Santa Monica Pier, which is the same one from GTA 5. So that's kind of cool to see that level of detail. It really makes this level feel more realistic, and honestly, this is a really challenging mission, and it does take some time to complete. By no means is this a small map, and there are multiple stories and rooms to clear, and it really captures the feeling of what it could be like sweeping through a yacht out on the ocean. Next up, we have Leviathan, or Oil Rig as most of us call it, and this is a pretty big map, and the environment is super detailed, and the sound design is really well done. This mission feels super immersive and chaotic, and there are tons of suspects and civilians to have to deal with, all while taking place in a rainstorm in the middle of the ocean. This is where using that helicopter we now have at our disposal for extra intel really helps, because the layout of the oil rig can take a while to learn and kind of navigate around. This mission can easily take up to 30 minutes to complete if you're actually taking your time, and this might be my favorite from this Dark Waters DLC pack. And the third mission of the Dark Waters DLC is called 3-Letter Triad. This is an abandoned resort right on the beach, and the amount of suspects on this level is absolutely insane. Almost 30 suspects are waiting for you around this hotel, and this mission will absolutely put your skills and tactics to the test. They got some real shooters out here, so make sure your plan is solid before you run through this mission. This is probably the most challenging mission out of all the DLC, and this one offers a ton of replayability because there's so many different ways to approach it. Even if everything's going well, this is another mission that can probably take on average of 30 minutes to complete, and maybe even longer if you're really taking your time, especially if you're trying to do it solo or stealthy. Definitely tons of replayability. So this DLC pack is definitely worth it, and you're getting at least an hour of gameplay between all 3 of these missions. And between the Home Invasion DLC and the Dark Waters DLC, if you could only pick one, I would recommend Dark Waters if you want max replayability and content. And then quickly looking at all DLC maps together, this is the order that I would put them in if I had to rank them from most fun and most replayable to least enjoyable or least replayable. Of course, it's all preference, but if I'm going to be spending extra money on top of buying the base game, I want to make sure whatever I'm getting is actually worth the cost and not just a one and done thing. The last thing we can take a look at is at the DLC Mission Pass. Another option we have to consider from the base edition to the deluxe edition is this DLC Mission Pass we're also going to get. Now, we don't know all the details yet with this, but I'm assuming this is going to mean that when the next DLC pack is released, you'll get that one for free. Now, paid DLC aside, they do often update this game and still release free content here and there and different missions. So I don't think that's part of this DLC mission pass. I think that's just standard game updates. Again, I think this means that you'll just get the next 3 DLC missions for free whenever that finally comes out. Now, while that would be cool, we don't even know what the next DLC is going to be. It could be the 3 worst maps we've ever seen in our life, and we're going to be spending money on something we don't even know we're going to like. Really, what if that next DLC pack is 3 small maps and one takes place in a rundown shoe store and after 5 minutes you're done? Who knows? So I don't know. I wouldn't take the gamble and spend money on a mission pass if you don't even know what you're going to get. Just save that money and wait until we can see exactly if it's worth it or not. Now, of course, that's still an extra bonus because most of us that are pre-ordering the Deluxe Edition or the Premium Edition are doing so because we want the base game and the Home Invasion and Dark Waters DLC packs because we already want those, and getting this extra DLC pack in the future is just a bonus. So that's totally fair. I totally get that. Not a bad option at all. All right, so where does this all leave us? What should we do? Well, in my opinion, the main reason you'll want to get that Premium Edition bundle or that Deluxe Edition is because you want the current DLC that's already out there and you are going to buy it anyways. However, if you're not sure, I would just go with the base edition, play the game in its entirety, learn the game, learn the missions, get really good at the game, and then consider buying the DLC individually after that. That way you know it's exactly what you want, and who knows, maybe by then another DLC pack will be out and you'd rather have that one compared to the current ones. You're not going to be missing out on anything by getting the standard base game. You still have tons of hours of fun gameplay. There's 18 missions in the base game and they all take on average 10 to 30 minutes, especially if you're really taking your time. And even though I play on PC, I'm still going to pick a copy up on PS5 and I'm just going to grab the base edition. Maybe I still pick up the DLC eventually, but then again, the base game has plenty to do and will still keep me very busy trying to get that S rating on all 18 levels. That way I can still play the game and have fun, but I can take the $20 I save from not getting the Premium Edition and go get myself a pizza and a milk and then at least have some snacks while I'm playing all night. So all in all, if you're undecided or have never played the game before, just do the base edition, have fun with it, and eventually get the DLC packs that you like. But if you're already committed to this game and you really like it and you can't wait to play it, it's totally cool to get that Premium Edition because you are getting a couple more hours of content, missions, and gameplay. And if you were going to do it anyway, just get it out of the way so you don't have to spend another $20 down the road. Just prepay now and be done with it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this helped some of you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.